All right, what's going on, YouTube? Card Collector 2 coming at you here with a brand new video, and this one is going to be awesome. I've been buying on COMC for a while now. Just was selling a bunch of stuff I didn't really care about and turned it into some really cool stuff. I just had just a couple things on my want list to let you know that I thought were underpriced. I talked about a lot in the recent videos about like Steph Curry being underpriced. If you followed my Instagram page for a while, you know, I like Jim Brown a lot. So picked up some cool Jim Brown stuff, picked out some like local stuff. We went into non-sport stuff, really just a wide variety of different things. I will say it does kind of stink, you know, with everything going on with COVID, that like COMC has like really crappy shipping options right now. So you can get, it was like $77 for me to get this before like a month and a half later. So basically like I had to pay like $77 to get it within a 2-week period because they're short staffed. So so it was like I think it was $77 to get it within 10 days of ordering it, or it was like $45 to get it in 5 weeks or 6 weeks, and then it was like $30. I don't remember the options. I'm not trying to bash on COMC too much. Obviously, COVID changes a lot of things, but it was just disappointing because in the past, like I could have paid, you know, $28 and literally gotten it the next day. Instead, now I'm paying $77 to get it 10 days later. I mean, some of the options for delivery were like September. Like, I don't have any interest in shipping this stuff to me if it's going to take you 2.5 months to get it. So I figured it was worth the extra money just to be able to get it because this is an expensive order. I mean, there's a couple $1,000s in cards. So to be able to get it, it made sense to pay it. It was just kind of unfortunate that that was really the option to get it at any reasonable time. So don't want to rant too much more about it, but alright, let's see if this says anything. Yeah, it was express rushed. Yeah, there's 68 items in here worth just north of 5. So this is kind of cool. It'll tell you. I don't want to show all of it, I guess, but yeah, it tells you like how many items there are. It says 68 items for $5,156. So I guess we'll see what we find. Last time I had a box that looked like this, a 18-inch centipede crawl out of it. So looks to be a step in the right direction with nothing coming out this time. All right, here is what we got. I'm excited. There's some cool stuff in this video, or in this mail day. So this is what I want to start with first because this is all the stuff that's like just in soft sleeves, and this is all going to be all the bigger stuff. So we'll keep this back there, but we'll start with this first. So if you're new here and would not mind subscribing, feel free to click that subscribe button down below. At the end, if you decide you enjoyed this video and would not mind giving a thumbs up, would certainly appreciate that. Let other collectors know what kind of cool stuff we've got going on our page. So if you wouldn't mind doing that, I would certainly appreciate it. All right, so you will notice that a lot of stuff's in soft sleeves and then some stuff's in top loaders, right? You got top loaded cards. Obviously, cards and graded cards come encased, but you've got cards in top loaders. So one of the cool things is like when you check out with COMC, they've got different, like, you've got options to get things. You've got options to get top loaders. So some cards that are like a certain tier, I don't know their algorithm for it, but like if a card's like really good, it automatically ships in a top loader. But if you want something like this Nathan Rourke Prism Auto shipped in a top loader, you can there's a button to add a top loader for 25 cents. Probably not a bad deal right now with the way that top loaders are. I honestly probably should have put everything in a top loader with as hard as it is to find top loaders right now. Trust me, I know this being a card store owner, it is nearly impossible to find supplies from any distributor across the country. that has been very challenging. So I probably should have put everything here in a top loader, but that's kind of cool that they offer it. So if you don't want to spend an extra, $12 top loading every card, you don't have to. If you find something really good that's like, hey, this is a $100 card, I'd like to put that in a top loader, you can do that. One of the things I will say, just a tip if you do use COMC at all, is I'll find some of the thicker cards. Like if I know that this card's real thick, like I'm talking typically 180 point or bigger, likely a 260 or a 360 point card. That's the thickness. Like this is a 35 point. This is right here's a 130 point. Or that might be 100, but might be 130. Like that's a 75 point. If I know it's something real thick, those top loaders can get more expensive. So I will choose to send that in a top loader, even if it's only $20, because I know the top loader's worth more than 25 cents to me. So I might as well get them to ship it in a top loader, so I have it when I get it. So just something to keep in mind that if you're using COMC, that might be something to consider. Well, I can say that's not really the start we're looking for. That was not disclosed. Yes, that is the 2 peeled up. Strong start. I mean, it's not the end of the world because it's not coming off, but it's like definitely something you would think you would enclose. I mean, I guess that's what happens when you stick a 130 point patch card in a regular soft sleeve. You probably do things like that. COMC 0 for 1 here. And I'm sure it'll take forever to get a hold of COMC. If they're taking 2 weeks to ship something, it's definitely going to take 2 weeks to get somebody to respond to an email. But pick this up. I thought this was cool. I'm really disappointed it's damaged like that, but game used. I love the Jim Brown. I love that old school Browns jersey. So, disappointing start, but anyways, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Elvis Merzlikins, Young Guns. Got 2 of those, 3 of those, 4 of those maybe? 4 of those. Yep. We saw a lot of his stuff in Columbus. I feel like a sneeze coming on. We saw a lot of this guy in Columbus, so picked up a couple of these. I'll likely look to see if any of these will 10. Edges on these are really tough. You can kind of see the edges aren't super great. So these might not go, but I'll look them over, see if they should, and we'll grade them certainly if I think anything might 10. Saw this. This was really cool. I wanted to pick this up. Love the Blue Jackets like logo patches, and I thought this was a pretty good deal. So Seth Jones, Cam Atkinson, dual All-Star Skills Fabrics, dual patch at a 25. So that was cool. In a proper soft sleeve too. Solid. Picked up a few of these. Elvis Merzlikins, rookie materials, single jerseys, both blue. So again, just a couple hockey cards. Picked up a few more hockey cards. You've got a Merzlikins rookie jersey from SP Game Used at a $5.99. Merzlikins auto from SP Game Used, not numbered. And then a Sid the Kid All-Star Skills. It's the All-Star Skills Fabrics Sidney Crosby from I believe that's going to be the All-Star game from the Skills competition. We saw a lot of Crosby stuff in store, being an hour and a half from Pittsburgh, or 2.5 hours from Pittsburgh, I think. So figured I'd pick up some hockey stuff. LeBron, all clear for takeoff hollow. I had actually sent this in originally, and it had sat there for a while, and it just was not getting any crazy offers on it. So I was like, I'll take this back. I'll review it for PSA. It's like stuck in this soft sleeve though, like it was like hot or something. So I'll need to review the surface because that worries me about the surface there. But take a look at that. This might be a PSA card. See about sending that in. So decided to take that back. Zeke. We saw a ton of Zeke stuff. Buckeyes are popular in stores, so Zeke's going to be on the top of that list. I thought this was cool. I got this pretty cheap. It's not autoed or a jersey or anything, but these shadow box cards are really cool. So pick that up. That'll definitely sell in store. Nick Chubb. Browns. Baker and Nick Chubb are two of the guys we saw a lot of in store. Especially for, I mean, for football, they're probably two of the top 5 guys we sell. Up there with Mahomes, Brady, and actually it's like probably Christian McCaffrey. He's probably one of our big sellers, or near the top of our sell list. Another Zeke jersey, nothing too crazy. Khalid Hudson, just a cheap Michigan auto. This is cool. Dual game use jersey of Montana and Roger Craig. Actually, I have a lot of Niners, a lot of Cowboys fans. A couple Packers, a couple Seahawks fans, I would say, and then the Raiders. Those are probably our top 5 teams outside of Browns, Bengals, and Steelers, because those teams are local. So, got that. Zeke, this was kind of cool. Got the button. This is from the 2016 National. I love these National cards. These, like the ones Panini gives out in the gold packs and the silver packs. I mean, that's probably one of my favorite card things every year. Obviously, is the National, but doing this VIP silver gold pack thing at the National. Shout out to the neighbor for adding some background noise. I had bought these a long time ago on there. Like I would say 4 or 5 months ago. They were super cheap. I'm gonna look to actually get these graded. There should be another one in here somewhere. But I'm gonna actually look to get these graded. See if these have any shot to PSA 10. KJ Hill, gold vinyl. Not sure what I'm going to do with this. Maybe grade it and sell it. Keep it for my Buckeye PC. I'm not sure. 1 of 5. I'm being picky on what I add to my Buckeye collection anymore, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but I still picked it up for a good price where I was like, either way, I'll feel comfortable. Peoples Jones auto. Went to Michigan. We sell Michigan stuff, unfortunately. And he's a Brown, so figured why not there. Cheap rookie jersey of Baker Mayfield. We sell a ton of his stuff, so made too much sense. Nathan Rourke, OU. Got a bunch of people asking for him all the time, so figured I'd grab that. Nick Chubb, Jarvis Landry, Baker, triple patch, 75 of 75. Easy sell in store. That kind of stuff sells all day for us. This was nice. How about, is Freeney's not in the Hall of Fame? Will he be a Hall of Famer? That's a good question. Is Freeney going to be a Hall of Famer? I would assume so, but I'm not sure. I would assume this is going to be 3 Hall of Famers. It was at a 27. It wasn't very expensive. It was game used. Figured why not. Giannis jersey. Obviously Giannis, LeBron, Luka, Steph, Trey. It's all a bunch of that stuff. So you can kind of see why we would pick up this kind of stuff. Just too easy. Joe Thomas. A sneaky guy that doesn't quite get the hobby love he should. Played like 10,000 plus straight starts for the Browns. Hall of Fame, gonna be a Hall of Famer. Probably one of the best Browns ever. Like this guy is a guy we saw quite a bit of. More stuff from Panini. Silver packs. Zeke 2-color patch. McCaffrey again. Saw a bunch of him. So rookie jersey, jumbo jersey was cool. MPJ fast break auto. I ended up picking this up on there really cheap. Again, similar time around the Zion, like before it had really spiked. So I'm going to look at grading that, maybe PSA 10 it, and then if not, just sell it. Jalen Noel. This was actually, you're like, why on earth did you buy this? I was completing a set like 3 months ago for Optic. It's the only card I needed in the entire set. I ripped a bunch of Optic retail. This was the only card I needed. So I went on there and bought it for like 80 cents. Just to be able to say I had it, so I didn't have to worry about finding it. I'm sure I've got 10 of them around here somewhere, but wanted to make sure I for sure had one. So ended up just grabbing one on COMC. Another Joe Thomas patch auto out of 50. This is what I would believe is a Pro Bowl patch, similar to the one I got relatively recently. Another Zion Prism jersey. Again, we'll look at those for grading, see what happens. Malik Hooker, one of my favorite Buckeyes. Didn't play long at Ohio State, but man, came out of nowhere and was a beast. I don't think he'll end up re-signing in Indy. I would love to see him go somewhere and win. I think this kid's an animal. So Malik Hooker, 1 of 1 from Elite Draft Picks 2017. Nick Senzel, Reds rookie. Saw a good amount of him, so that's just a cheap rookie auto. Trout, by far best baseball player in the game, and we sell a good amount of him. Zeke, you guys can kind of get the gist on a lot of this stuff. Local teams, superstars, that's the kind of stuff that we're looking for mostly. We sell a lot of it, so you get it. People want it. I mean, a couple more Baker jerseys. These are the green ones, which I believe are retail exclusive. And then another Zeke 2-color patch from Panini. It should be 2018. 2018, the National. Again, nothing super crazy there, but don't worry. If you made it this far, you'll see some cool stuff. All right, how about a Baker Mayfield jersey auto from Unparalleled? I believe this is like out of $2.99. Unparalleled jersey auto out of 80. Wow, way lower than I thought. Out of 80, Baker jersey auto. Sell a bunch of Baker stuff. Another one of these. I think I now own. I think this is my third one. Steph stained glass, not as centered as the other two, so this is probably not a grade card. You can see. Look at the thin. Look how thin it is here versus how thick it is here. You can tell it's off-centered. That's probably an 8.5 centering, maybe a 9. So it might have an outside shot to gem. I would say it's unlikely, though. I picked this up really cheap a while ago. I think I paid under $100 for this, and I have a feeling, even if it's not an amazing Panini licensed auto, this will still sell. Greek Freak, Giannis sells really well. Got this. I saw this patch and I was like, yep, gotta have it. Check out this game used prime patch of Jim Brown. This was like under $50, and to me, this is like, I mean, you can't even buy. I mean, I think a Zion Optic rookie does more than $50. Like, I will take a Jim Brown game used disgusting patch at a 25 like that all day over a Zion Optic base. I'm not saying that Zion's not going to be good. I'm not saying I don't like Zion. I think he is going to be good, and I do like him. I just think this is a no-brainer for that price. So decided to grab that. This is a cool one. This is definitely one of those ones I was like, hey, let's throw that in a top loader. Right? Look how thick that is. How about this nice Sparky Anderson Sweet Spot Classic patch? Reds manager for a while, out of 46. These are super rare. I was looking these up on eBay when I saw this. I was like, this might actually be a sneaky cool card. Game used patch. So I think I'm going to do well on that one. I think that's a sneaky buy. Been trying to pick up a card or two of Darius Baisley. I got too many people telling me that this kid could be good, so I picked up a couple cards of him. Next days are hard to find in good condition. You can see the corner on this is soft. This is likely an 8.5. You got some white around the corners. Edges don't look terrible, so probably a 9. I mean, I'm sure they'll check on centering. Looks a little top heavy. So I'm going to guess this is probably a 9, 8.5. I mean, depends on how bad they get the corners. An 8.5-10 or a 9-10 best case scenario. There's no way it gems with this corner. So if I had to guess, I would probably say 8.5-10, but still, wanted to get something cool at Baisley. If he ever does anything, I'll at least have one of his better rookie autos. Those next days are great. This, to me, was another one of those cards. Like, I was going back and forth with the seller on this over a couple bucks, and I'm like, this is stupid. I'm just going to buy this. And, like, I was waiting on him to send an offer back, like, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to click it, and I did. And I'm so glad I did. Jim Brown, Hall of Fame, patch auto, 1 of 9. Old school Browns jersey. Love the card. I mean, this is like, I think this is 08 triple threads. 07 triple threads. I mean, this to me is no-brainer. No-brainer. So, excited to add that to my Jim Brown collection. So that will definitely stay in PC. Picked up, we saw a bunch, like I said, I've said it 100 times, and I'll say it until I'm blue in the face. Zeke sells really well. So, Buckeye Zeke, easy. I had sold an auto about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, so figured I would find one to replace it. Then I saw this on there, and I posted about this when I got that Adrian Peterson patch auto in the other day, the rookie one I really liked. It just surprises me how cheap Peterson stuff is. This is not a full signature of him, but it is game-worn patch auto out of 5. He's one of the best running backs I've ever watched play personally. I mean, when he was on, I mean, dude was next level. I was a little young when Tomlinson was going. Same thing with Priest Holmes, Sean Alexander. You know, Chris Johnson, I saw him rush for, 2,000 yards. Peterson was great. Zeke's good. There's a lot of good guys in the league, but I mean, this dude's probably been what you would assume the best running back in the last 15 years, 20 years. He's got to be up there with Tomlinson. I would assume he's a Hall of Famer. Game used patch auto at a 5 for, I think I paid like $90 for this. I think that's way too cheap. So maybe I'm wrong, but I guess only time will tell. Either way, I was willing to pay $90 for it. Pick this up. I don't have much of Crosby. I'm not a big Crosby guy. I'm not real big Pittsburgh guy. But this wasn't super expensive. I think this is second year for him. I think he's a rookie in 05-06. This is pretty cheap. Good looking card. I'll throw it out in store, but I don't really want to sell it, to be honest. So I might put it out a little higher, and if it sells, it sells. If not, it's good to know I at least have something of Crosby. Calvin, another one of those guys I thought was super cheap. I made an offer on this, like, just trying to get the ball rolling, and the seller actually accepted it. So I got this cheaper than I anticipated. I think I paid $55 for this. And it's just another one of those things. Like, this set to me in 07 was the coolest. I loved this Rookies and Stars set with these manufactured patch and the logos. I just thought they were so cool. Like, this is, like, right around when I started collecting, right? I got into 06 hardcore, started collecting more, and, like, it ramped up. So 07, 08, when they had Rookies and Stars, like, in this format with this, like, logo patch auto, thought it was super cool. So this is kind of like a nostalgia thing for me. But Megatron rookie auto, I mean, dude was an animal. So 80 of 99, of course, one off his jersey number. That would have been a wonderful added bonus. But either way, still a super cool piece. All right, last little batch here. Pick this up. There was one of these on sale, and I thought it was a good buy. Now I can tell you this looks destroyed. Look at this. Yeah, look at that. Can you see that? It's got like ink on it. Look. Right there, you can see it. That's ink. It's literally like a Sharpie. Solid job, COMC. 0 for 2. So that's disappointing because I paid pretty well on this. So this will likely get returned. I can't do anything with a big old ink mark on it. So that's unfortunate. I'm not sure if I owned 2 of these at one point. I might have sold one of them. But I was buying the Marvels for quite some time. I ended up paying $20 for this. We were getting them all day at 20 to 25 bucks. They sold all day in store at $30. Like I was selling them all day for 30 bucks. I think I sold 3 or 4 of them. I thought they were so cool. It was a nice looking insert, and so I had a bunch of them in my COMC account at one point, like waiting to be shipped, and then the Marvel set exploded. So when it did, I had a bunch of them I was sitting on. I ended up sending one to somebody that needed it to complete a set on Twitter. Tyler needed one, so I sent him one. I kept one of my sets, sent one to get graded, had 2 on COMC. I think I sold one of them and kept one of them. So don't have too many left. But I was buying these before they were big, and it's just kind of crazy to see what they're at now. Stained glass. Love it. Same thing with the Curry. Right, I think set's great. This is Kawhi in a Clippers uniform. It's one of the throwback or alternate jerseys. It looks like. Doesn't seem to be centered too bad. It looks like a little bit more shifted to the right. Probably one I'll look to grade. I wouldn't mind completing this set. It's just like, they're kind of expensive. They're a couple $100s for some of the bigger ones. Like Luka's north of 500. LeBron's almost a G. So I would love to complete that set. I'm just not 100% sure. If Zion was in it and Zion had a rookie stained glass, I'd 100% complete the set. For sure. I think that would be a really cool set to complete with Zion. But since it's just all vets, I'm just not as excited to complete it. Premier Prism rookie jersey of Mahomes. One of those cards I bought a long time ago and has probably gone up 2 times since what I bought it for. I want to say I probably paid $50 for this, $40 for this. But I bought it like a while ago and just kind of sat on it. Dak, been picking up a couple of rookie autos of him. He's got a lot to prove this year. And Dallas has got a lot of weapons. I was going to say talent. A lot of talent, a lot of weapons. So I think he could do something this year. Maybe not, but it was still cheap to take the chance. How about this? Beautiful on-card Barry Larkin inscription, 95 NL MVP. Couldn't pass this up. 3 of 10 on-card bold auto. Probably one of the cooler Reds I ever saw play. I mean, when I was a kid growing up, Barry Larkin was the real deal. So this was cool for me. I might end up putting this out for sale, but I might end up keeping this. I love the inscription cards. I think those are so neat. So might be one that just stays in the Card Collector 2 PC for a minute. All right, a couple more things. Again, another one of those cards I'm glad I bought early. Soccer. Got some Mbappes and Pulisics I've been sitting on for a little while. So glad I still have them. But Panini Instant USA jersey of Pulisic. Just think his stuff is only going up. All right, we'll do this next. I bought this. I want to say it was $60, $70, something like that. 60 or 70 bucks. Luis Robert, High Tech 10. I've been pretty open that I like Robert long term. Think he's going to be good. BGS 10. Got this pretty cheap. This will definitely be one I keep. I think every card in the box at this point is one I plan to keep. But Luis Robert 10. Gonna throw that in the collection. Picked up 2 KDs. First one is going to be a Bowman Sterling rookie PSA 10. There was like one up for like 3 something and one up for $199.99. So I bought the one for $199.99. I think they do like 400 now. Still, I like KD. I'm gonna throw that in the collection and let it sit for a while. Another one I picked up, not the best auto, but because it goes off sticker like 3 times. But KD SPX endorsements rookie auto. I love the Sonics jersey. Can't wait for them to get brought back. But rookie auto KD PSA 9. Again, those will both stay in the collection. I won't end with Pokemon, so I guess we'll do this now. Save probably my favorite card for last. I wanted a nice Charizard for my collection. I've got some in there now, but decided to pick up one that was a little bit nicer. So how about a Charizard PSA 9? I mean, this card was my childhood. This is where I started. So like right around 2000, I got into Pokemon. It was the first card I ever got into. Then did a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! Then got into sports cards in like early 2000s with a kid I was in school with who had a bunch of stuff. And then transitioned to sports cards more on a consistent basis around 06. But this is where it all started for me. So figured I would get a 9. I would love to own a 10. I'm not quite sure I want to spend thousands on one right at the moment. So figured I would use some COMC money on this one. This was the only one that they had graded at the time. I'm not sure if there's any on COMC, but figured if I'm going to use, if I'm going to send in stuff I don't care about and I can turn it into something I think is cool long term, I'm all for it. That's what COMC is for, and that's what I did here. So really excited to add this to my collection. Looks great. Again, would love a 10, but for now, a 9. 9 will suffice. And then what I believe is the last card. It is, saw one of these a buddy had get sold on Facebook the other day, and I knew COMC had one, so I decided I would grab it. Steph Curry Flawless Patch Auto, 25 of 25. It's got 285 subs and 29 subs. Probably not one you're going to ever get in a 9 or a 9.5 form, but doesn't actually look too bad. I mean, it looks really clean. I really don't see any major marks on the corners. There's this little tiny like orange dot right here. I'm not sure if that's part of it. Got an 8.5 surface. I don't know if that would wipe off or not, but I'll probably keep it in an 8.5 forever. But game used Flawless Patch Auto from Steph. 14-15 Flawless. So early Flawless years. I think first year was what, 12-13? Right? Yeah, 12-13 with that basketball class with AD and those guys. Wasn't that the first year? Was it 12-13? Yeah, it is 12-13. Yep, 12-13's first year. And then Giannis, 13-14, and then 14-15 right here. So, Steph Curry, game used, patch auto, 8.5-10. It's weird. I don't like the Warriors and never liked the Warriors, but I've picked up KD and Steph recently, and it's just, I think it's eating me at the soul to pick those guys up, but they're unanimous Hall of Famers and some of the best basketball players we've gotten to watch over the last, 10 years. So, to be able to have some nice stuff of them, I think it will work out well in the long term. So yeah, I didn't mean for this video to be nearly as long as it was, but like I said, it was a really cool batch of stuff from COMC. So stay tuned. Got some really cool stuff coming soon. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you liked. But that's all I got for now. Peace.